Here I have a brand new white lens from Sigma, which is a 200 mm f2 sports optics with optical stabilization. When you have a lens like this in your hand, the first and foremost expectation you'll have is the optical performance. When I shot with this lens, I found that the sharpness of the image at the center, at the corners, at all the peripheral areas was as good as what you get in the center. Then when I refer to the MTF charts for this lens, it was not an MTF curve but MTF line somewhere in between 90% and 100%. That means the sharpness is almost same throughout the image. I have an image of a temple tower to explain this. You can see for yourself. A lot of you photographers and myself have used the 70-200 a lot, and the maximum aperture there is about f2.8. I had a doubt as a 200 mm what will be the maximum difference between f2 and f2.8. I shot a portrait, you can see for yourself. I think it was a marked difference. It was as if the subject was popping out of the frame. All the images I am showing in this review were shot at f2. I don't know if the shallow depth of field, if the quality of the bokeh, the rendering was damn creamy on all the images, looked really magical, I should say. Of late, all the Sigma art lenses and sports lenses come with this HLA motors which make the autofocus really snappy, good tracking, eye tracking as well. But I will give a final conclusion on its performance once I mount this lens on a Sony body with a really good autofocus, so that I know how far I can push autofocus with this lens. Overall, this lens feels beautifully built, completely weather sealed, ample controls of buttons and focus ring, everything looks good, a very good lens hood, and it is also about 2 kgs. That means it weighs a little more on hand. So, they have given a beautiful tripod support, and if you are using it handheld, you cannot keep it rock steady, right. So, the optical stabilization is really good. There is a mode for stills, and when you are panning it, they have given another mode and couple of more custom buttons. So, the stabilization really works. This is one of the first 200 mm lenses at f2 built for mirrorless cameras. Not only did Sigma build a 200 mm f2 lens, it also built it with great performance on optical stabilization, optics and autofocus. Sigma has sure stepped up its game with this 200 mm f2 lens.